going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Gee, I really love you and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel of love. Spring is here. Oh, sky is blue. Oh, birds all sing as if they knew. Today's the day we'll say I do, and we'll never be lonely anymore. Because we're going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Gee, I really love you and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel of love. Bells will ring, the sun will shine. Oh, I'll be his and he'll be mine. We'll love until the end of time, and we'll never be lonely anymore. Because we're going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Gee, I really love you and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel of love. Yeah, 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 yeah. Going to the chapel of love. Yeah, 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 yeah. Going to the chapel of love.
Well, good evening, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to At Home with Jim and Dee. That was a song that we do quite often with Bongo and the Point. It's a great song for lots of reasons. One of the more fun reasons is to sit and watch all the men singing along. Yeah, I get a kick out of it when we do songs like that and the guys are singing along. It was originally done by the Dixie Cups, and we've been doing it for a long time. We used to do it when we had both of our daughters playing with us, and then it was really wonderful to have the 4-part harmonies and all that. But we're down to 2, as you all know. So we're going to do that, and that's probably that's the only oldie we're going to do tonight. We've decided to just do some of our stuff tonight and talk a little bit about what we might be doing or not doing, as the case may be in the weeks to come. And so thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe if you like the show and you want to watch it. And I guess I don't know what you're supposed to say if you're streaming on Facebook. Like it, share it, whatever you're supposed to say when you're on Facebook. And then when it gets to YouTube, I know you're supposed to like it and subscribe. So I'm doing my duty to all this heavy duty self-promotion here. So that's about as much as I got. You want to say anything about the songs, or anything else you want to say first before we go on?
Well, I
or
think
what?
this is episode 35.
That sounds right.
I think this is episode 35. So we're getting up there. And we want to do a couple of songs that we have not done before, if I'm correct.
Maybe. I
on
don't
the
know if
show?
we've done them or not, but I don't know if we have or not. I just picked them out because I wanted to do them.
I don't believe we've done these before. One is called Dear Mrs. Snow, and it is from our rock opera, The Selfish Giant. we put a lot of work into The Selfish Giant. We love the songs. We love the story. And it's not that popular in the U.S., but
The story or the album?
the story. Either
The album's not popular anywhere.
Either one. Either one. But yeah, this is Dear Mrs. Snow, and it is kind of a plot point in the story of The Selfish Giant.
Dear Mrs. Snow, hey, did you hear? I found a place we can play. Oh yeah. Dear Mr. Frost,
Isn't it grand? A wonderful change from our usual travel plans.
and you paint silver the trees with your crystal and breeze, the willow and the oak, and I will cover the ground and the garden around with my lovely white cloak. Dear Mrs. Snow, say did you hear? I found a place we can stay. Oh yeah.
Isn't it grand? A wonderful change from our usual travel plans.
And you paint silver the trees with your crystal and freeze, the willow and oak, and I will cover the ground and the garden around with my lovely white cloak.
There you go. That's the one that some record music kind of people suggested might be the single from the album. But anyway.
And it's really hard to sing that one without going on to the next one.
Yes, it does. It leads right into the last chord. This song goes right into the next song. So I had to just refrain myself because we do go into that one quite naturally. And now this next song is a song from quite a ways along in the story. And we're not going to give you any background or nothing. You just have to listen to it. And
Yeah, the whole opera is up there on the YouTube.
yeah, if you want to see it,
Channel
listen
too.
to it, and you're
Yep.
too cheap to buy it, then you can just go online and listen to the whole thing and figure it out. You, if you buy the CD, you'll have the libretto with all the lyrics and tell you who's singing which part and all that. Otherwise, you go watch it for free online. And this is a song. This song, I think, could be. There was four of us that sang on the album. There was Dee and I and Bree and Elfin. And I think this must have been everybody's favorite song because it was quite a challenge to figure out who was going to sing this. Everybody wanted to sing it. And, of course, because each person was playing a particular character, there was only one character who could actually sing it. So Dee got to sing it, but Bree wanted to sing it. Elfin wanted to sing it. I wanted to sing it. It made no sense for me to sing it, but I wanted to sing it. This is really, really like this song. And so this one's called Silver Fruit and Golden Branches. Is that right?
Yep. He spends more time alone here in the winter, but now that seasons turn, it's not so bad. Everything takes just a little longer. could it be? Is this the boy he lovingly remembers? Can old eyes be so sure of what they see? Silver fruit and golden branches, fragrant flowers, pearly white. Someone's there, someone is calling. Come to the garden, come to me, come to the garden and see. Down the stairs he runs with steps like thunder. Aches and pains forgotten for a while. Out across the snow into the garden, he hastens till he draws near to the child.
There you go. Silver Fruit and Golden Branches from the Selfish Giant. I highly recommend you go out and buy that CD.
Yes, the artist did a very good job, I think.
Yeah, and if you can't afford the full pop for a CD, go to CD Baby. You can get it cheaper as a download, or even to iTunes or something like that, Amazon somewhere where you can download it. But it's really great to have the CD and see the artwork and the libretto and everything, so you can follow along.
And the artwork was done by our youngest daughter, Bree, and the layout and design was done by our oldest daughter, Lorian. And so we're kind of partial to that. We think they did a great job.
So we've been. I think Dee mentioned this is episode 35, and I'm telling you right now, as I'm sitting here, I'm not sure when episode 36 is going to appear. It's really hectic and really hard to try to get these things ready once a week when you're in our situation. If we were independently wealthy or didn't have to concern ourselves with other sorts of things, we could spend more time working on this. But as it is right now, we want to do some kind of more special things, and we want to do something different. You can see we've kind of gotten to a rut. We're doing the same thing every week. That's why this week I said let's just do some more of our songs and less oldies. But for whatever reason, I'm just getting to the place where I want to do something and change it up a little bit. We're trying to figure out a better setting, a better way to do this with a better setting, because people think this looks like some cheesy thing just done in a bedroom. And
Funny thing about that.
yeah, and I guess people care about that. If you try to make it look more professional, then more people will watch, I guess. But we don't have the backdrops. We're looking at some new equipment, trying to get some different microphones so that we don't have to have all this clutter in front of us, and we can just put a microphone farther away where you won't see it on the camera, and have something either a green screen so we can change backdrops all the time, or at least some kind of something that just doesn't look like you're sitting in front of my art table and my theological dictionaries and all my theology books and stuff like that. So I don't know if you want to say anything about that.
I was
just a warning. That's all.
I had an idea just now, which is dangerous, I know. But we talked, and my hope is that we can work something up that's really special and do it about every other week. And one good way to be sure to be notified is if you go to jimanddee.com. There is a place on that website where you can give us your email address, sign up for a mailing list, an email list.
When's the last time you sent something out on that?
Well, it's been a while. And there's also bongoandthepoint.com. But this one way, because Facebook is a little sporadic when you put posts on there. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. But either bongoandthepoint.com or jimanddee.com or both. I'm going to try to...
It's Jimanddee, J-I-M, the letter N, J-I-M-N-D-E-E.com. So Jimanddee.
Mm-hmm. or bongoandthepoint.com, all spelled out.
You're going to do both of those then?
Yeah,
Okay.
because
She said
see,
she's going to
this
do them, but
the
I was trying to
Selfish
help her
Giant
out
is
here.
actually a Bongo and the Point production.
Yeah.
Even though Jim and Dee wrote the songs, wherever they may be, it was all of us, two of the daughters, and all of us, the whole family. When you talk about the whole production, and so we want to include Bongo and the Point fans in on that, and the Jim and Dee fans. I will also plaster it all over all of our Facebook pages. But if you want to go to one of those websites and put in your email, then I will do my utmost to send out an email blast when we're getting ready to do a show and point you to the proper places to see that. And so we're going to try to do more creative things, maybe a little bit longer shows, and do them every other week.
Well, and
instead.
also the other thing is I'm really antsy to get back into the studio and do some recording. I've been working on a lot of tracks, but we haven't done any vocals, so I'd like to do another album or two in the near
Hopefully
near
by the end of the
future.
year. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Although, again, everything's really busy right now with Winky being here and having to deal with all that. And Dee was gone all last week, and which is
Now, week before last, you might, if you haven't watched it already, you can go watch our At Home with Jim and Dee, where we had Winky and his wife Faye on the show and did an awesome interview, and they did a song, and that's great. Many of you may not know that that is the other thing we do besides music is we are helpers to an incredible man of God that has been very instrumental in our own lives, discipled us, mentored us in many ways, and so we work for him, and we're involved when he comes to the U.S., and we are. It's very.
I'm just
it's
gonna say,
a high it's a high priority for us.
I'm just saying,
to be
don't get the
involved
wrong
in.
idea when she says we work for him.
Right, we work with him.
We-
We are.
What I'm saying is it's not a job. We don't get paid. So.
That's right.
But
It's
it still takes up a lot of time.
It actually is, in every sense of the word, a labor of love, and we've been doing this at various levels for more than 20 years now, and it's the reason we moved back to Texas. And so we want to be able to be involved as much as we can in his body of work and his ministry and his traveling. And so we're going to be, for the next couple of months, we're going to be pretty stinking busy. So we'll be lucky to get a show out every other week.
And she's still talking about another fall tour, so that would take more time. So yeah, I mean, if things just fell right in line, we could still keep doing these every week, but it's getting really hard at this point, so we'll see. This next song, I believe we have. No, I guess haven't never done this song on the show. Yeah, I think we've not. I think we've not done this song on the show.
It is one of our oldest.
It is one of our oldest songs. It may be. I don't know. I never. Back in the day, we didn't really keep track, but yeah. Although somewhere you may have like the original lyrics with a date written them on or something like that. But I maybe the first song we ever wrote together. I'm not sure. It was certainly one of the first. It was a song that Dee and I did back in the day when we were traveling with Barry McGuire, and we had Rick Motter and Steve Shubin playing bass and drums, and we did this song a lot of times with them, and it was fun because we had Barry McGuire singing backup harmonies for us. That was kind of cool. But actually, Barry liked the song. He really liked the song. He liked it so much that on his first Christian album, which was called Seeds, I don't know if you can find that. I don't think it's on CD. I don't know. You'd have to go out and look. You'd have to maybe find an old vinyl copy or.
And you can go to his website and look and see. Maybe you can.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's there. But anyway, on his first Christian album, it was the first song on the opening track of his first Christian album, and it was great fun to have that happen. I spent 2 weeks with Barry in the studio in September of 1972, so it was pretty amazing. If I would known I was going to do this, I could have got a list some of the musicians that have played on this song and some of our songs that have been recorded. I don't know, it's just being in the right place at the right time. It was nothing but that. But we've had some pretty amazing musicians who have played on some of the songs that we wrote. A few of them that we performed, but mostly performed by others, and had some great musicians play on there. And so that was the first song that we had mainly got out on Barry's album. The first time one of our songs really got out there. And it was also going to be on our album, Help Is On The Way, which I think we've probably talked about because we've done some of the songs that was going to be on Sparrow Records, and due to circumstances that we don't care to discuss, it was canned and just stuck in a shelf somewhere, never was really even finished. So it was going to be on that album. And then over the years, Dee and I have played this thing hundreds of times. Only in the last year or so we haven't played it because I can't remember how we used to do it. It really needs.
Not supposed to tell people that.
Well, it really needs like 3 singers at least. You know, when Barry did it, he had him and then second chapter of Acts, so there was like 4 singers doing it. And so, but I wanted to do that. So this week, I recorded a new track for this. We haven't performed this one before. Like, how many times have I said that on the show? we get desperate and I have to make a track that week. So we have a new track for it, and it's pretty much the way I want it, except that I didn't have time to put on background harmonies, which is part of the frustration I'm talking about, why I'm not doing the show every week now, or maybe not doing this every week, so I can work on some of that stuff. And so we sat down this afternoon with the track and worked out something, if we can remember what we did. Hopefully it'll sound okay with just 2 singers.
So if the short-term memory is still working, then we're okay.
So did you want to say anything on this song?
Oh, just what you've already said. It's amazing to me how many times and many places that we've sung that song. We've talked about Edmonton, Alberta, and the Klondike days. Our time there, we probably sang this song hundreds of times just there.
Yeah, we sang it on the streets in Houston. We sang it in coffee houses all over the country. We sang it in foreign countries such as New Zealand and England and Estonia, yeah, places like that.
Scotland.
It used to be one of our standbys that we did all the time. We haven't done it for a long, long time. So maybe we'll resurrect it and see how you guys like it.
Sort of like Larry's I Wish We'd All Been Ready.
I don't know about that. But yeah, so that's all I want to say about that. And we're just about done, I think, here. So if you want to start the track, we'll see how this goes.
When I think of all the things that words can never say, all the life and all the joy I'd like to bring your way.
How can you know?
How can you know? How can you know? Love, 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 love. I shall proclaim his righteousness to all who hear my voice. And when the King is come, we'll know it's time to shout and rejoice.
Then we will know.
Then we will know. Then we will know. Love, 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 love. Hallelujah. 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 I'd like to share with you the things of love I've learned this day. That if you'll sing his song, he'll lead you, for he is the way.
Then you will know.
Then you will know. Then you will know. Love, 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 love.
right. That's it.
I think there was one more thing I wanted to say.
Okay.
No big stories from the past, from the far distant past this week, but I just want to say that I was really excited. I was pleasantly surprised to go to Kansas City with Winky and Joy Connery, another friend of ours who works with us, this last week. And I thought I was going there for a really cool worship conference, but I ended up being right in the middle and being able to see with my own eyes something that I think is historic. Last week, Youth with a Mission, which is a missionary organization of
30,000?
30,000 people. It says Youth with a Mission, but now it should be called Old Folks with a Mission too, because there's people who began as missionaries as young people and they're now in their 60s, 70s, 80s, and they're fathers in the faith, generals in the missions movement. Well, this group has done some awesome things. And this last week, they publicly joined forces with the prayer movement, which has been huge in this country and represented in large part by the International House of Prayer in Kansas City. And during this last week, those two totally separate, autonomous ministries in totally different streams of the kingdom of God came together to support each other and commit to each other that they were going to work together in unity, the prayer movement and the missions movement joining forces to complete the Great Commission and to see revival come to the earth so that every knee shall bow in love and respect. And so I just want to say I think that I witnessed something incredible and historic. And I want to say how grateful I am to have been able to have been a part of it. There we go. We need a theme song for this show, maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know. Is that what
the
that
heck
means?
I'm doing. No, I'm just fooling around.
Well, hey, we love you guys. We are so privileged to be able to do this. So happy that you took the time to spend a little time with us and hear what we have to say. And we will see you next time.
Thank you and good night.